Okay, guys, and we're back with another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest. I'm Seth from the Lone Stunner podcast, and this is episode 97 of my side quest. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about Jaron Ennis' recent dominant win against Stanionis for the WBA and IBF Unification World Welterweight titles. Now, Jaron Ennis put on an absolute masterclass against Stanionis in this fight, and to be honest, it was what I expected. Stanionis' style of fighting, he's very squared up. He's chin down, hands up. Fundamentals are solid, but he's a brawler. And when you're facing someone like Jaron Ennis, who's a slick boxer, counter puncher, he's just going to walk you onto shots. He's going to pick you off, and he's going to do damage to you as well. And Jaron Ennis isn't. He's not Devin Haney, right? Jaron Ennis has serious power in his hands, right? He's not Shakur Stevenson, right? Jaron Ennis knocks dudes out, and he stops Stanionis as well. Great win for Jaron Ennis. Probably one of his biggest wins of his career, I'm going to say. He's now got two of the belts at welterweight, and he either... What looks like is the Brian Norman Jr. fight is next. I know in the immediate fallout of the fight with Jaron Ennis, Jaron Ennis has been sort of talking about Brian Norman Jr., so I think that fight does make sense there, and then that's another world championship. If Ennis wins that, he unifies three championships and have three belts at welterweight, and then who knows, maybe he looks to move up again or what he wants to do. But Jaron Ennis is the absolute truth. He is a seriously talented boxer. I mean, I've known this for quite some time, but this is the first time on the channel that I'm talking about Jaron Ennis. And I actually put some money on Jaron Ennis, and I made some money on Jaron Ennis as well. So it was a very good night for me, the night Jaron Ennis fought Stanionis, because I walked away a richer man. Plus, one of my favourite fighters currently in boxing now has two welterweight championships. He's a terrific boxer, and like I said, basically how you would expect this fight to go on paper is how it went. Of course, Stanionis, in his own defence, he's no bum. He's an unbeaten world champion in his own right as well. A very durable guy, was taking a lot of shots from Jaron Ennis leading up to Ennis stopping him, was taking a lot of Ennis's best shots. But Jaron Ennis is just too good of a boxing mind to get drawn into a firefight, a mid-range, in the pocket firefight against Stanionis, which really is Stanionis' only route to victory, is to maybe trap Ennis somewhere in the ring and force an exchange and force a firefight and catch Ennis with something. That's really Stanionis' only route to victory, because Ennis had the reach. From watching it, it felt like Ennis sort of had the power advantage as well. And he had the boxing IQ advantage as well. You know, was switching up nicely, going to the head, going to the body, was folding Stanionis with body shots early on, and you could see they were really getting to him, because Stanionis, early on in the fight, Stanionis was sort of hunching over, trying to protect that body. But when you're facing someone like Jaron Boots Ennis, he's a slick boxer, and you're just this basic, squared on, chin down, high, hands up, hands high fighter. That's what's going to happen to you. You know, that style of boxing, I can't say can only take you so far, because dude became a world champion with that style of boxing. And to be fair to him, he's a very durable boxer up until, Jaron Ennis gets his hands on you. You're not so durable then, but so far in his career has shown to be very durable. And like I said, he's beaten everyone he's faced as well up until now. Stanionis is no scrub, a world champion in his own right, and a huge win for Jaron Ennis. And it looks like that Brian Norman fight's next, but it's hard to see anyone at welterweight beating Jaron Ennis. You know, if I'm being honest, looking at the other champions, if Jaron Ennis fights Brian Norman Jr. for a third welterweight championship, he'd hold three belts, and then at that point he might be looking to move up again. Move up to, super welterweight, 154. Maybe get a Crawford fight. That's a huge fight. I would not want to fight Fundora. Fundora is 6'6", fighting at 154 or 140. Yeah, fighting at 154, super welterweight. So is that 154? Yeah, fighting at one of these weight classes. I don't know. I'm not going in front of me. I'm not doing all that. But yeah, some interesting matchups there for Jaron Ennis. Brian Norman, like I said, probably is the logical next matchup for him. But Jaron Ennis is the truth, bro. I put money on this guy. I made money on him. Great win for Jaron Ennis. And I think he's got more world titles in his future as well. But yeah, be curious to know what you guys thought of the Jaron Ennis performance. But yeah, another episode of the Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.